This is the Onyx Cinder. This is the Lego set that was released for Skeleton Crew. I can only imagine there are a ton of hoops that the Lego group has to jump through in order to get products developed, created, sold. And we were lucky enough to receive the Onyx Cinder. Of course, you'd have to buy it, so it wasn't like you just received it, but we have a set that you could purchase. And it comes with the crew. Captain Dash Zenton, Jad Nanawood. We've got Neil, Byrne, is her hair right? Wim, KB. Great. You know, we're off to a solid start, but what if Lego made more Skeleton Crew sets? What would we want to see? Let's talk about 4 sets that could be produced for Skeleton Crew in addition to the Onyx Cinder. Shoot, as I say that, there's more that comes to mind. And technically, we already have another set. The Pirate Snub Fighter. Obviously, this was for The Mandalorian, but this is pretty much a frequent flyer for the show. And we already have, what is the guy's name? Vane. So on the topic of pirate-related ships, we have a few. We have Jod's Pirate Frigate. As a Lego set, I think that would be pretty large and expensive if you want to do it in any way that's scaled with this. And even the Onyx Cinder is not scaled quite like it would be in the show. It's a great model, but this is not a one-seater ship. It's an interesting shape. It's something we haven't seen before. It reminds me of a droid ship in the way that everything's vertically oriented. You can have the airlock launch room where they were threatening Jod to walk the plank, or you could have the starfighter hangar bay. You probably want to have like a tiny version of these. You can include characters like Gunter and Captain Brutus and that lady with the cool white armor. I don't know all the rest of the pirates' names, but that would be cool with like 4 or 5 pirates. Another set could be when they go to the spa planet. There are several pirate ships that come in after that. Actually, so there's a couple ways you could do that. You could have one of the pirate ships, or you could do Tak Rened. You could do Tak Rened's lair. It would be a little bit like an Indiana Jones playset where you have little levers and you can open up the hollow lift with the spike pit, or you could do the acid pool. You fill with transparent neon green studs or transparent yellow studs. No, on the transparent yellow studs, but just some kind of funky thing where it drains out the studs on the side. You could have Tak Rened's treasure room. Another set that I think would be great that goes back to the 2nd episode, and so this one would be Escape from Port Borgo. So you have a pirate jail cell as one section of it. You have a food, like a vendor section as another part. You have the catwalk that leads you out to the dinghy. And so you have this like long, narrow bridge, and then the little clear bubble dinghy that takes you to the ship. And you can have that little pilot, the little ferryman inside. And then you have an alien serving food. I mean, we have the kids in the Onyx Cinder. Everybody plays a role. That's what's so cool about the show, is that you can't really leave someone out. You could have an action feature where like one of the cables that is attached to the ships comes loose and it whips around. So in the back you have a gear that spins, and then this like tether whips around and knocks over some boxes. Oh, it's me! I'm sorry, SM33 needs to be in the set. So I pulled this down. This is the Lego crab from the collectible minifigure series. And imagine, if you will, instead of a normal shell, something like a droid head. And then it's kind of like in the episode with the trash crabs. Let's say 3 of these in a color like opalescent trans brown. It just looks kind of alien. So this element with this color, and then like a droid head or a helmet colored in gray. You can make it look kind of rusty. It could be anything. And then obviously like the center of it would be the crab. So it would be the big trash crab. You could have like KB and Wim. They're trying to repair KB's robotics. That leads us into the set that we do all want, because we have the Onyx Cinder, but we don't have the Onyx Cinder. That would be a really fun thing to build, but this is a conversation about if we could design a Lego set from the ground up, what would it be? And I suppose since we have this as a template, it could stay the same scale. This time it would be, you know, you'd have your extra engines, they'd be blue. It'd be so cool. Honestly, I wish that we saw more of the flat silver color. Flat silver is this current iteration of silver. The outline, at the very least, could be that flat silver. It's gotta have some kind of metallic element to it. I could see them trying to go for the pearl dark gray, which is gunmetal gray is what typically I see people calling it. I still think flat silver is the way to go. Obviously the landing gear would be a little different, and that could include like the credits, the Republic dataries that Jod's trying to escape with. It would be a little redundant just because we've already seen that, but maybe like this could include the parents, or it could include like one of those security droids. I really don't know, because it's like, it's the same cast. It's a great thing. The story's a wonderful story, and if you haven't watched it yet, watch Skeleton Crew. This is one of my favorite things to come out of Star Wars in a long time. Another set that came to mind, the speeder bikes. So those little bicycles, this could be like your $15 set. You could have the Ithorian walking the little frog dog. And you know what'd be cool? Okay, I've listed off so many things. Can't build the entire show. But the houses, because they all live in the same house. So you could have Wim's holo projector Jedi book. If you need a vehicle, you build the little commuter car. There's a lot of untapped potential, and there's a lot of, this is just Star Wars. There's a lot of things out there that could become, that would make for good product material, I think. And I would love to know what you think. So please let me know if there's a set that you think should have been made from the Skeleton Crew show. If there's something that you think I missed that you'd like to consider brainstorming a Lego set for, let me know too, because I want to keep talking about stuff like this. I have other ideas. I look forward to sharing them with you soon.